Good morning. Welcome to my word for the day. I'm Lee Watson. I'm a business advisor. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an adventurer. I'm soon to be a teacher and writer and so many other things because that's what I want to do. Excuse me. So, welcome to my word for the day, where I talk about good words that often come from the Virtues Project. This is a deck of 100 cards that they produce, and I randomly picked a card today. These are all good words like excellence and contentment, humanity, thankfulness, courtesy, simplicity, serenity, all good words. And that's what they do is they spread the idea of these good words all around the world. They've been doing it for a long time and they're in over 100 countries. So they know what they're doing. They do a good job with it. So I'm thankful for the Virtues Project. Okay, so I picked a word randomly today, and the word is not one that we use all that often. It's called certitude. We've certainly heard of the word certainly, and that is a close relative here. Certitude is that feeling that we have that something is certain, and it could be personal, it could be business, it could be faith, it could be anything really. So let's just dive right in and talk about certitude. All right. Certitude is an attitude of faith, confidence, and certainty. It's taking bold steps forward after discerning what we believe to be true and trusting that all will be well. We don't allow fads or ways of the world to control us. We hear a higher calling. We lead our lives by moral principles. Certitude begins by deeply exploring a belief or decision through prayer and contemplation. I don't know if you have a habit of meditation in your life, but if you do, that practice helps you to explore beliefs and decisions that you'll make throughout the day. And that's what helps bring certitude to our lives. Okay, when clarity comes, we act as if it is true. So important that we actually act on the things that we believe in. If we have great thoughts and great intentions and great beliefs and great everything, but we don't act on it, we're not acting with certitude. We need to actually do something in our lives. And so if you're ever questioning anything like that, be sure to learn more about it. Ask people. I'm going to put up my little banner here. If you look here, businessbeyondnumbers.com/contact is where you can go to pick a day and time and have a free 15-minute call with me. I do this and I will continue to do this as long as I can, as long as I can make the time to do it. But if you want to talk about anything that I talk about here or anything that I might know a little bit about, please do call. I'm a business advisor, but I'm also a sailboat captain and a person who really embraces virtues like certitude and so many others. And I want to be part of the solution in the world. So if you want to talk about anything like that, if you want to talk about, my personal practices of meditation and how it is that I do my goal setting and my routines of the day. I have some unusual ones. One I learned, I don't know, it's been well over a year, maybe, I don't know how long exactly, but when I shower in the morning, the last thing I do is turn the shower full cold. And during that time, I think about everything that I'm grateful for that day. And usually I come up with a list of, 15, 20 things that I am truly grateful for at that moment in time. And it helps me to set the tone for the day with gratitude and excellence and a hopeful, expectant attitude. It's a great thing. So that's just one thing that I do. Okay, so back to the card here. Certitude helps us to engage our will and take decisive action. I talked a little bit about the importance of actually doing something with all your good intentions. Each step we take is sure and unwavering. Even if we stumble or fail, we don't allow doubt to distract us from what we know. That's really important. We all fail from time to time. We all make mistakes. We all fall down. But when we get back up again and continue on our course, that's meaningful. That's something that we can take anywhere, and we can learn from it, and we can be a better person because of it. Certitude helps us to be sure about what we want, what we do, what we want to contribute to the world, all those kind of things. Okay, so there's a quote on the back, and the quote is, "There's greater certitude in divine faith than in any human science." Well, first of all, that comes from the Encyclopedia of Catholicism with a capital C. First of all, it is my firm belief that faith and science are not antagonistic, they're not opposites, they are cooperative. And I think that that's an important lesson to learn. It takes a while to get that figured out. But there are some very, very famous scientists who have come forward with explanations of how that works. I don't have any quotes in front of me, but I know that people like Albert Einstein and people you've heard of have determined that without faith, science loses some of its effects, some of its importance, some of its meaning. And I mean, even faith in science is faith. So, well, let's keep going here. So what does the practice of certitude look like? I have faith in what I believe. I don't allow the world to define my values. That's a biggie here. We are bombarded every day by the world, by things, by social media, by whatever, other people. Don't allow those things to define your values. Those are things that you determine for yourself. And you may use that idea to develop your meditation skills, but defining your own values is one of those freeing, happy things that you can do in your life. Because once you know what your true values really are, you can start pursuing activities that support that. Okay, I am the leader of my life. In my life, I believe that I follow something bigger than myself. It's God, and it's important to me because if my definition of God is that God is love, God is everywhere. God is, God is what makes all this short time that we spend as physical beings on this earth, makes it worthwhile knowing that there's something bigger out there for us. There's something, we are spiritual beings having this human test. I don't want to say test. It's an experience. Okay. I pray for assurance. Yes, I do. Because I don't always know immediately whether my thoughts or even my actions are something that is right and true and correct and moving me in a direction that's important to me. I want to be a good and faithful servant to people, to God, to everyone that I encounter. And I need help with that. I have the will to act with certainty. Yes, when we act, if we're bold and conscientious, but bold and full of energy when we do it, much that's acting with certainty. Uh, it makes it ensures that what we do has impact. And I mentioned earlier, having great intentions, having great thoughts, and all that kind of stuff is great. But without action, it just doesn't move the needle in any particular direction. And I think most of us want to be a source of good in the world. I persevere in service of my purpose. Once we understand our purpose a little bit, and for me, it has a lot to do with serving others. Once we understand that, we can persevere in the service of our purpose. And this is a great line. So I'm thankful for the gift of certitude. It is my guiding light. Okay, so that's the word today, certitude. Good word. It's one of a whole bunch of words in this deck from the Virtues Project. And if you want to know more, just contact me. Okay, I have used up my time. I hope you enjoyed that word. And if you want me to talk about any other particular word, just let me know. And lastly, I want to thank all of our sponsors. I want to, well, not just our sponsors, but our sponsors and the people who actually watch this show. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate your being here. I appreciate you saying hi or giving me the little thumbs up or the hearts or the shares. Comments are fantastic because they help me to see that, yes, what I have to say matters a little bit somewhere to somebody. And maybe you can take what I have to say and spread that to other people, or just spread any of the virtues to anybody. Generosity, dignity, commitment, love, tact, all these words. They're great words. Okay, lastly, a reminder. Do something nice for somebody else today. It's not difficult to do. It could be just a smile. It could be a cup of coffee or breakfast or lunch or whatever. A warm blanket for someone who's cold. There's so much that we can do every day, and please do a little bit every day. That's a great thing to do. And when you see somebody doing something positive, practicing a virtue, love, or peace, or joy, or kindness, anything like that, be sure to acknowledge that. Acknowledge that to them, because it makes a difference. When somebody tells you, hey, I saw what you did, it was really cool. There's warmth and goodness that comes from a comment like that. It's worth sharing. So if you see somebody doing something good, be sure to let them know that you noticed. That's a good thing to do. So let's be that light in the world. Let's be that source of hope and peace and joy and love and all the things that make a difference, including certitude, which is our word today. Let's go out and make this the very best day that we can, because we are responsible to make this the best day that it can be. It is something that we take on every day, and we may, in fact, make this world a little bit better, a little better place. Certainly, the little world that we live in, we are so fortunate to be able to do this show and to listen to this show. This is a rough time in history for people in many parts of the world. So please send a little prayer for them. And if there's anything that you can do, given the resources that you have, do it to make this world a little bit better. Spread a little joy, a little laughter, a little love, anything that you can do. And that's a good thing. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.